name's Otis. My wife's last name is Gabrielson. And I do think that kind of beats out Ariel, just a little bit.
You would definitely win the Feminist Award of the Year. If you took her name.
I don't like my last name. And
because I don't even know your last name. Mito's your first name, and I know everyone else's last name.
Yeah.
Well, my first name is Kevin, and my last name is Rogers. So everyone calls me Mr. Rogers, but I'm not Mr. Rogers.
Wait, oh.
Well, you are.
Oh, Kevin, right. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Mito's over there.
Right,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. So, So okay, Mr. So I see why you're not, but I didn't get your last name.
My last name is Floor, just like the floor.
So that's why you don't really like your last name.
I like it.
Okay, because I only got your first name. So, Kevin, it's because Mr. Rogers.
Yeah.
You don't like, because people want you to take
Well,
off
they
your
always-
shoes and retie them.
Yeah, exactly. Or put on a different car. Like if I change a sweater, the people are like, "Oh, Mr. Rogers."
You have kind of a clean look.
Yeah.
So people expect too much.
Yeah. They often think I'm Mormon. I'm not Mormon, but people are like, "Are you Mormon?" I'm not.
Mr. Rogers was Mormon?
I don't think so.
I think he was he was Christian, right?
Yeah, probably.
I don't know too much. I just know that. I think he was a pastor of some place.
Yeah.
And he talked to owls and princesses and
All kinds of stuff.
princes, and he loved the mailman.
Yeah.
Remember when we used to love the mailman?
I mean,
No.
I still
I
like my
mailman.
mailman's
Mailmen are
delivered
great.
really well.
Yeah, I mean, I thought
Just
you
because.
guys respected him, but I don't know if do you like?
Yeah.
I don't know my mailman.
My mailman plays awesome music when he delivers our mail.
The mailman has a radio?
Our mailman does. He carries around a little boombox. with him.
Concord, right?
No, I am from Oakland. This guy
I'm
is
Concord.
Yeah.
from Concord.
Otis is from Oakland. Okay,
Oakland.
Otis is from Oakland, and who's from Concord?
Doug
All right, Doug and Doug Matches.
Matches. Yeah.
So that's a cool name. So you
Oh, thanks.
you sound very proud of your last name.
Yeah. I like it.
All right, good.
I didn't consider taking my wife's name. I don't know if she appreciates that.
I know she said he's a big feminist.
Yeah, I'm not a feminist.
Yeah, you said Otis is more of a feminist. So
Yeah.
I dig that. You probably respect women, but you're like, yeah, feminist. I don't know about that.
Yeah, it's a
word.
little far for me.
Yeah, I mean, I'm
Equality.
yeah, and I was always skeptical of guys that said they were feminists. I wouldn't mind being an ally, love the ladies, but feminist, like what? Now I have to break it down. What makes me that?
And also, which kind of feminists? Because there are some feminists that are cooler than others, and there's some feminists that people really don't like, even in the feminist world.
Yeah, I mean, they got their orientations too, right? They got like the different, what kind of feminists are there?
I don't know. We're out of my wheelhouse now.
Yeah,
There's
Google that later.
Yeah, I mean, it's a pretty rich field.
It is, yeah, because they have money now. Good for them. Because I think last times, well, the woman, expected me to pay for something. I'm gonna say way back in the day, so I don't get in trouble. I said no. I believe in equality. Women empowerment, and then that's when she decided to go elsewhere. And I was like, well, she's not very big on women's empowerment, then I guess. Jeez, I mean, I was going to give her that opportunity to pay for the movie, and and then now it's like, wait, I don't want to be sexist here. But there's different, like the kind of feminists that will do the march where you walk in heels. That's skeptical on the whole. That's where I feel skeptical on the feminists. The guy thing, like, you really want to wear heels? What's the?
I have no opinion on that. People can do whatever they want to do.
I feel like maybe the guy they're reaching a little too, or they say walk a day in someone's shoes. I guess.
Yeah, that's right.
Right.
I haven't done it. You probably haven't done it. I wouldn't say you've done it.
I have walked in heels. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, okay.
And
A little drag.
I've done it not like out
In the-
on performance, but you know,
something,
there was this
yeah.
one symphony concert where, this is back in South Carolina where I'm from, and we had to dress up for Halloween, and we were told it had to be formal, like a symphony orchestra. So you can be any character you want, but it has to be a character in formal attire. So everyone's showing up as like Dracula,
Yeah,
right?
I'm trying to guess what.
Yeah. So I showed up in drag, and so I was just like a woman violinist.
Oh,
Yeah, and actually, Kevin did a really cool project
I thought you were going to say Elsa or something.
a few years ago where they played like a whole staged version of this piece, and you wore some pretty cool stuff for that.
Yeah, I had a pretty awesome dress actually. It was made out of a parachute from the World War II paratroopers.
Huh,
It's pretty cool.
okay.
Yeah.
I remember what they used to, yeah, I'm getting a vision of, I remember when they used to sell, like, they come in packages with the green trooper guys, got the parachute attached. And
Oh yeah. I put firecrackers on those things as a kid.
wow.
And
So
blow
you guys
them.
are creative.
Well, we do some interesting stuff.
Yeah.
We're gonna play some music for you today that's probably not as strange as what Kevin was playing when he did that project, but
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
still
I
cool
heard,
nonetheless.
I heard you kind of seem like you wanted to do your own thing a little bit.
Yeah, we're gonna play some music that's not what we wrote or anything, but a lot of people that are alive today wrote, which is kind of cool for a group like us, which often plays music from people that have died a long time ago.
So we're getting into it. Well, it could be or friction quartet. Okay, I like this because it's like whatever people want to identify you guys as.
Yeah, you can call us the Friction Quartet or Frictioneers or Frictionites. You could
Okay.
say that if you
I mean, that
want.
was on video, so if people want to look back and hear what you said. And,
Yeah,
so we're
there you
getting
go.
into Friction Quartet, which is terrible, believe beautiful. That's what you've. Did
Yeah.
you know that? That's what
Yeah.
people call
Someone
you.
called it, yeah.
Yeah, someone said that. Terribly beautiful. Yeah.
You guys are ready.
I think so, yeah.
So yeah, what is this? It's the first one. It had 2 songs.
Yeah, we're gonna play 2 songs.
Yeah, we're gonna play this piece called Line Drawing by Alex Dowling. And Alex is a friend of mine who I attended the Bang on a Can music festival with in Western Massachusetts. And he wrote this piece, I want to say about 10 years ago. And we chose to play music by Alex because we've recently commissioned him to write a work for us that is part of an ongoing commissioning initiative. So we have an active fundraising campaign raising money to commission 4 composers to write music that's going to be written primarily for the studio, for an album, as opposed to for concert, like live concert performance. So that's the idea, and then so we wanted to feature music by these composers that they've written in the past. So we have 2 concerts coming up in September 23, 24, and we're going to be performing this piece on that concert. So this is line drawing, it's about 6 minutes long.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Was it beautiful or terrible?
No, it was. I think. Oh no, it was beautiful. Yeah, no, but what I mean, I think people. I think that's art, though. Well, I mean, this is art, but I mean, I think the terribly beautiful is meaning it's art.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so well, like I said, I was getting some of the racing vibes before, and it's when I was kind of getting hopping vibes, like racing and doing a little hopping. It seems like music people really just respect so much that what's the audience like when you do shows? Well, what have you?
Well,
What have your shows been like?
Well, I mean, the audience have been very different for different shows, and something I've realized playing shows is I have no idea what the audience likes or doesn't like. That's why I just focus on trying to make the music as good as it can be, so that they can bring something to it. I mean, one thing I like about the thing we do, and the thing that every musician does, is just that every time you play a piece or a song or something, it's like the audience takes it a different way. So you're really making like thousands of pieces all the time, because every time you play a piece, it's like a different painting to each person.
It's the art.
Yeah, there's this philosopher I really like called Heraclitus, and he has this famous saying, which is, you can't step in the same river twice. And I think that's true with pieces of music you play in audiences. You're never going to get the same experience twice, even if you're trying to play it exactly
If someone thinks you're good, and that's how they feel. Right? It's not like people are just coming there and it's like just rock out because it's talking about just certain subject things.
Yeah.
You guys have the instruments and more like classical vibes, so people are looking up to you as gods if you're really good. It's amazing.
We try to get to really good.
we do manipulate emotions with sound, so it's pretty magical.
I suppose so.
Yeah, because people
We
are
just
just.
sound like jerks.
Well, I mean, you don't have to be, because there were all kinds of gods if we're going Greek with it.
Yeah, that's true.
True.
I mean, then there was, of course, if we're going to Greek-wise, I mean, who would you go for?
Favorite Greek god?
Yeah, because that's the only one that gives a bunch of options.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna have to say, no idea. It's a cop out, but
take our own vibe with it.
Yeah.
And also, a lot of musicians will play songs that mean something to them, and it could mean something totally different to someone else because it's how we feel with it.
Yeah.
Well, so I feel like one song is Sublime Santeria. I could probably, I think I know what it's a lot about, but it just makes me feel a certain way that definitely not what he's singing about.
Yeah, for sure. It can be that way.
Under the Bridge, Red Hot Chili Peppers. Like, it's probably about heroin. That's not how I'm taking it.
Yeah.
And why do I feel emotional right now? I don't even know, but it's giving me a vibe.
Yeah.
Do people dance a lot at your shows?
Not really.
Almost never.
Okay.
Man, I think
I was
possibly
getting a little
because
bit
some
of
of the
shoulder shaking.
Yeah, I mean, I think some of the music is probably hard to dance to.
And it's not really the culture of concert music
Yeah.
to dance. Like generally people are sitting, maybe standing, but just sort of watching silently and not adding too much energy to the room.
Yeah. So.
And that's another thing.
You
Like
could
we don't
mix a
really
lot
know
with
if people
this,
are
though,
enjoying
yeah.
it while we're playing it because they're not like cheering or clapping while we're playing.
Sounds like some comedy shows out there. So you gotta feel the room, look around, and you just have no idea till afterwards, right?
Yeah, except we don't get the 2-drink minimum help that a comedian gets.
Really, but you probably get really paid.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
Yeah, it depends on the gig.
Depends on the gig. Every gig's different.
Yeah.
Well, you guys have a lot more skills and talents than I do. That must involve a lot of anxieties, or is it that you're just so in tune?
Well, there's definitely neuroses that come with trying to be great at what you do, and there's some pressure, but you learn to deal with it. You prepare as best you can, and you develop your own techniques to perform.
Like what kind of preparation do each of you have? You like the whole prayer beforehand, or?
Oh,
Not
yeah,
exactly,
none of
yeah.
us together. We all kind of have our different things, and then
Yeah.
together the way we prepare is just by practicing a lot. So really knowing what you're gonna do next in the music, and
We like to start and end things. Make sure we know like what the tempos
exactly.
are, and hear what the room we sound like in the room.
Yeah, that's something we always do. Start and end,
And then play the really hard part that's given us trouble in the past.
and then personally, I might just play that hard part a billion times right before. Although I'm not sure if that's helpful. Usually, it makes me mess up.
80% of the time it's helpful. There's just that one passage. That one passage.
Well, you guys are so good that you could just play with the audience, right?
Yeah.
Like you said, the hard part. So you could just throw that in there.
Not usually on the spot, no.
Yeah.
But
Okay, yeah. So Concord, it's who's from?
This guy.
So Kevin Rockaway, no?
Doug.
Doug Matches. See, this is what I wanted to get everyone familiar with your names. So Doug Matches from Concord. Is it really the happiest place on earth?
Is it all that?
The whole earth.
Wait, someone else told me
It
this
was America.
recently. I was
That's
like,
my
what?
earth.
Concord's the happiest?
Wait, actually, America. No, that's our earth.
Who
yeah.
said that?
The news?
The news. Oh, I mean, I'm happy. I can't speak about other people in Concord.
How's it look? You walked through.
Well,
San
that's the
Francisco
thing. There are a
just
lot
now.
of different parts of Concord. Like, my part is sort of rural feeling, and there's like a park with like a lot of open space and hiking paths, which is cool. And you can see Mount Diablo. It's really beautiful.
Never been.
But it's also really hot. I mean, when it's 107, it's probably not the happiest place.
That's what it is right now.
Well, it's gonna be in a week. Yeah.
A week, summer's almost over.
I guess not for
But
Concord.
But that's happy. That's what they consider happy.
I don't know.
The news. They're not lying, I guess.
I mean, who knows?
Well, I mean, you got a witness right here.
Well, Doug doesn't know that's the happiest place, but he is happy, so there's something to it.
And so, what was everyone's first instrument here?
You're looking at it.
Piano for me.
Piano for me too. For a little bit.
Yeah, violin for me.
Okay.
Yeah, I was violin, then piano.
Same.
Piano.
Was it so two piano? So this is good. The back of the room is separated
Yeah,
from the front.
that's right.
Yeah.
Was it hard transitioning?
No, it was pretty natural for me. I played guitar and bass guitar as well, and that helped me segue into cello.
Okay, yeah.
I didn't play piano for very long, just like a year when I was 7.
Yeah.
And then switched to violin.
Okay, you were ready to get out of there.
Yeah, I didn't practice very much.
Yeah, I was also terrible at piano, so I share that. Didn't practice very much.
So you did.
I started
That
on
was my
violin,
first
then
thing.
I started piano and didn't like it.
So you had to figure out what was your thing.
Yeah, I don't even really remember how it happened. I think I always knew this was my thing, but then somehow I was taking piano lessons.
You were meant to be.
Yeah, maybe.
Because you're a god.
You could all be gods together.
Yeah, you don't know. I'm part of the Logos.
I mean, I guess we got to look up the month because I guess there's some way to figure out what kind of god you are, the month and
Maybe.
day.
Yeah, you can tell us after.
Yeah. So Kevin Rogers, this was your first instrument.
That's right, yeah.
Is it because it's lightweight?
Yeah, I couldn't carry it. I couldn't carry a big
You got it
instrument.
right on your shoulder there.
Well, yeah, I mean, I don't know. When I was a little kid and I played video games, my favorite music from the video games were always the ones imitating the strings. And then the same thing was true with movie music. I really liked when the strings came in. And I was raised by my grandmother, and she was like, you guys have to study some musical instrument. I don't care which one, but you have to pick one. And I was like, well, I'll play violin. And then I was hooked from very early on.
Trying to think of anything my grandma my grandma said one sock on, one sock off. I don't know what that's some kind of quote she said.
What does that mean?
Is it like non-committal?
I never looked too deep into it, but now
Maybe
I
that's
am.
the meaning. Maybe the meaning is don't look too deep into things. One sock on, one sock off.
And non-committal.
Yeah.
Both together.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how I try to be.
Nice.
I look up to that Data guy. Star
Nice.
Trek.
Yeah. I like Data. Data's cool.
Yeah, I mean he's logical. He felt like if there was a certain feeling he should have, he went for it. But it's like you don't have to feel it, right?
Well,
How do you all feel about feelings?
yeah, I mean, everyone, well, I guess some people maybe don't have them, but most people have them.
Put it into the music, though, right?
That's right.
I mean, that's how it's the easiest way to express yourself. Well, not easiest. You gotta.
Yeah.
Yeah,
There's
you
some
gotta.
practice
Helpful
involved, but
tool.
yes,
Mhm.
it can inform what you think the music should do, and of course everyone's got their own emotions listening to it.
So you could pour your emotions into that, and then the people that can't do what you guys do, the people that listen to it. So
Yeah.
It's a bit. Feelings in music is a bit like alcohol at a party. Just enough, like you put just enough in, it can be like a really nice experience with all your friends. But if you have too much, if they put in there, it can like totally ruin the party. You won't be able to pick everything up. You won't have control over what you say or what you do. So there's a balance of like how much feeling do you put in a moment.
You saying we should
now
program too much music?
From the performer's perspective.
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, I had it.
Because if I'm like playing angry music and I want to just totally embody that anger, I could get so mad that I wouldn't control my violin, but I'd smash it on the ground. Like that'd be too much anger.
That would indeed be too much.
Yeah.
I'd be surprised if that happened.
Yeah.
That's the art too. Okay,
Yeah.
just like you said, alcohol. You gotta be able
What's
to.
an odd,
Well, I mean, think about it. You gotta be able to not smash your beer.
Okay.
You don't want to smash your equipment, and you don't want
Yeah.
to. After a while, you don't want to get smashed.
Yeah, I suppose so.
Right, yeah. You can be too drunk for the party.
You want to be able to keep your instrument, no falling on the floor.
Yeah, I will say though, I don't think many people struggle with that. I haven't seen lots of instruments smashed. So, yeah, I think probably almost zero people have dealt with that. So,
Wow.
In concerts, but music students, there have been some stories of music students wrecking their instruments out of frustration.
But was that because the music embodied anger, or because they were angry at themselves or how they were playing?
yeah.
Yeah,
Different
exactly.
thing.
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean, it sounds expensive.
Yeah, it does sound very expensive.
So, what were your early passions and influences?
Well, I mean, I liked Peter Gabriel.
Lawnmower Man.
Yeah, that's right. I thought he was really cool. And I still listen to his music all the time. Also, like, Putumayo CDs were really cool. My parents listened to a lot of that. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about? Putumayo CDs.
Putumayo,
It's like
okay.
world music CDs. Yeah.
I liked the weather, like falling severe weather, and I was really passionate about that. And I liked music too, but I really liked the weather.
All right, Doug matches like listening to the weather.
Yes.
That's the way of getting you into. Wow.
Yeah, I lived
very-
in DC, and there were a lot of thunderstorms and blizzards and stuff. It's exciting.
So you're very nature oriented.
Yeah.
Except the thunder and the lightning. So you go on hikes and.
Mhm.
All right, so I feel like we're trying to fit a dating profile here. You have wife and kids.
Just wife, yeah.
Okay, no kids.
No kids.
And a cat.
I have a cat.
Yeah, a cat.
A
So
very
it's
cute cat named Boyd. I also have a cat.
Boyd, and what's
Mine's Sugarfoot, and he's the best cat in the entire.
Well,
I'm a dog person. I don't have a cat.
all right? So
I have a dog.
So the background three, the cat people, and Kevin Rogers is a dog.
He's the
person.
odd one out.
Yeah, I'm the odd one
for
out.
sure.
Well, you need that.
Well, sure.
So you have a cat too.
My aunt has a cat, and till recently I was living with my aunt, so I had to leave the cat behind when I moved out. But
Very sad.
yeah, I think that cat is the best cat.
I
So we have a
will
little
maybe
disagreement.
almost agree that cat is the best cat.
Yeah,
That cat is a pretty
It's a
amazing
pretty
cat.
cool cat.
Most
Yeah,
people
It's got
would
3
agree.
legs. It's a great
Oh,
cat.
3 legs.
Yeah, I
Okay.
mean that just makes a cat special.
And the cat hops.
Cat hops and
Mhm.
runs as basically as fast as faster than my cat. So
it's a
Yeah,
low bar though.
that's
Sugarfoot, or like
defensive.
Leadfoot.
But that must have been a lot to go through to give up that cat, or keep the cat.
yeah. Well,
there.
I can visit at least.
it's not that far away.
But, yeah.
Wow, I'm not sensing any distraught here. You don't seem to be have gone through too much to leave the cat there.
I mean, it's like the best cat.
Yeah.
One of the best.
Okay, well they agree. So you guys all go to each other's houses.
For
take it.
rehearsal.
For rehearsals, yeah.
Yeah.
And, you know, of course, for the cats as well.
Yeah, I have a cat. She wouldn't be too much into it. She doesn't like people or
Yeah.
other animals, which
Well,
I
yeah.
like.
Yeah.
I like because I find it as a respect, a loyalty that I'm the only one you like. Because I had another cat, he just liked going over other people's houses, and he would follow other people, actually go into their house. He was in a house that got robbed, and the cat was just there. My cat would never do that.
Well, that's good in some ways.
She would have the sense to go, okay, this house is being robbed. I don't want to be a part of this. I'm out of here.
No accessories to robbery.
Yeah, I mean, have some shame, a little bit.
My dog would probably follow the robbers and be like, "Can I play with you?" She loves every human she meets.
At least that would be an accidental witness to the crime and probably catch the person. No, as a cat, if you're not going to be a part of catching the person, stay away. So your dog seems friendly.
Very, but only for like a second. She's like, "Oh, I love you," and then totally ignores you.
Okay, that wasn't like that cat then.
Yeah.
See, you don't want too much of that, right?
I would like a little more affection from her.
Okay.
I want her to be kind of like a lap dog, but she's not.
Maybe later.
Maybe like
Maybe.
when she gets older.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, that sounds like, so if your dog was here, we could talk about that.
Yeah, I don't know how much she would say. She hasn't really dealt with that part of herself yet.
You need some more affection from her.
Yeah, I think there's some blockage she needs to work out.
Well, me and my cat, we had a lot of time together. When I just laid up in the house,
Yeah.
she was there. And now she wants to be with me all the time. That keeps me away from wanting to spend the night anywhere else.
Mhm.
It's like, but I got the cat, so you got to think about her feelings.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's right.
Well, what are your cats like? Back here we got Dog Otis and Mito.
Yeah, it's a cool cat. He loves being pet. He needs to lose a little bit of weight. That's my fault. But
All right, that's
But he'll
Otis
get
with
there.
Sugarfoot.
Sugarfoot. Yeah, that's right.
Sugarfoot. I was going to say Sugar Puss because it's a cat.
Just
Foot.
Sugarfoot.
Because
Because
his foot tastes like sugar.
That's right. Well, actually, if you watched him clean his feet, you might think that would be the case. But no, they're just, his feet are white.
It's amazing how they stay so clean.
It is.
Yep.
And they just lick themselves.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, my cat, she could roll around in the dirt. She could go through the bushes. And I could shake her off and nothing comes off. No dirt. It's amazing.
Yeah. But then they have to vomit up the hairball.
Not always the case.
Not always.
Yeah, not always. Wow. Way to make sweeping generalizations.
Oh, he
Right.
judges cats.
That's right.
Most cats I've met have a hairball.
I mean, it's just hair.
Yeah. Yeah, but then you have like so much
It's just
vomit.
hair.
There's like
It's just
vomit
hair.
in your house.
What happens when you pet your dog? Hair comes off?
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
What?
Okay.
Yeah, but my dog doesn't like put the hair in your
Okay,
belly
well,
and then vomit
anyways,
it up later.
I mean, we don't have time to get into this.
Well, I mean, dogs are a little more gross, right?
They eat poop. Yeah.
And they leave it up to us.
Not all dogs.
to
Many dogs
tell
eat
them
poop.
it's
Okay,
not
but
good for
dogs-
them.
It's a common behavior.
I mean, cats, they're finicky about food,
Yeah.
which makes sense. I feel like cats would enjoy this music a lot more.
Well, yeah, that's true. My cat likes to listen to music. Speaking of which, should we?
Are we doing it? Okay. Okay.
Let's do this next one.
Okay, yeah, we're getting into it. And
So this is just part of a piece. So it's a long piece, it's like 30 minutes. It's by a Latvian composer named Pateras Vasks, and he is really interested in kind of the natural order of life and how basically like the natural world is being encroached upon by humans and human activity. And so a lot of his music is kind of related to that. And if anyone listening knows the name Arvo Pärt, his music is somewhat in the same genre as Pärt. It's kind of has like a semi-religious tone. Not that it's religious in nature, just that it's kind of reverent of this natural world in the music. Anyways, this is the middle movement of this 30-minute piece, so this is now 30 minutes.
okay, sounds hard hitting.
It can be, yeah.
All right, I like how Scooby-Doo let us know that there's people that were the monsters.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's
True.
right.
All right.
This is his string quartet number 4. I'm not
Yeah.
sure if you said.
I don't think I did. Thank you.
whoa, send it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it goes right into the next movement. But
Yeah, so if you want to hear the rest of it, you have to come to the show.
Okay, well, yeah, of course.
Exactly. But it really does just end kind of.
Maybe that's what you were saying.
Yeah.
It just ends.
It just ends.
Yeah, that was a little deeper than the last one, or maybe because that's the second one.
Yeah,
Just
I mean,
get
it's
into it.
it's a lot louder, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
Well, and the harmonies are a little richer and
okay.
it's thicker.
yeah, I feel like the first one, it's sort of like a gust of wind that just floats by and then it's gone.
Yeah.
And this one's more like this place you can really sink into and kind of reflect for a long time.
Yeah, because that time, I really was thinking, wait, it ended? Because there was a lot in there, and how it ended.
Yeah.
You didn't get, it was like, ooh, there's a deepness, but then this one, you're like, wait, it's kind of still got soft and hard, the deep. Yeah, it's got everything in it. What's happening right now? Boom, and then it ends.
Yeah. Yeah, and the whole piece resolves really nicely, so it's a real journey from beginning to end, the 30 minutes.
I feel like there's different vibes, human versus animal.
Yeah.
If you're animal on National Geographic or something, that's your pounce. Maybe like the tiger sprinting, and then he pounces, and then you see like more of it struggling with the animal.
Mm-hmm.
Human-wise, I was feeling like maybe struggling with some situations, and then there's a little romance in there.
Yeah, I mean, I can see it. I mean, that's why I like hearing other people talk about it, because what you come up with might be totally different than what I come up with.
Yeah, I used to watch a lot of old movies. AMC, I don't know if you guys have heard of that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, really? Okay, so it's good to hear people that are not so old also that have heard of AMC. Well, there's like Turner now, right?
Yeah.
Oh gosh, it's good to know you've all heard of those channels, and not just because of The Walking Dead. Because we got to still keep the younger vibe, knowing about. I mean, do they still play those kind of movies?
Yeah.
Like Jerry Lewis and Cary Grant. And,
Yeah, they sure do.
I mean, that's where a lot of this music came from, right? I think they should give the vibe still on old movies. I love. Hey, all right, come on in. That vibe was what was that vibe? Oh, it was an unplugging vibe.
Yeah.
It was a let
Rid of the white noise, but that's
let things go.
It's pitched, it's a B flat.
Mhm.
It's
Is
not
that,
annoying.
so your music gave turn off the fridge vibe. Hold it off.
Yeah, it's
Just
fantastic.
just let things melt into the music.
Mhm.
Wow. Do you think a lot of movies and TV shows are missing out on a lot of this music these days? Because like I said, I'm bringing up older movies because I feel like they're
Yeah, music was more central to the narrative, I think, in a lot of older
there is no
movies or
narrative.
shows.
I think the way that music was part of the story has changed a lot. I think that it's still really important today, but a lot of the music today is meant to not be noticed in the way that
That's not good,
music
yeah.
from the past was meant to be noticed, because it was written more like a symphony concert's music might sound. But then there was sort of a shift out of it where people were starting to feel like the music was taking away from the acting on the screen. So now you get music like in Interstellar, where the music's adding to the emotion, but you're not going to leave Interstellar being able to sing a melody in the same way you can leave like Jurassic Park.
Jurassic Park, see?
I don't know, people
Perfect.
love that soundtrack. Though.
Yeah, I'm not saying it's not a lovable soundtrack.
Jurassic
I'm
Park,
just saying
totally.
like there's a clear difference in the melodic content between like Jurassic Park and Interstellar.
Yeah, I mean it's somewhat similar to where a lot of music is going. You know, once you experiment with melody long enough, you experiment with other things. There's a lot of music that we play that has no discernible melody, and it's just rhythm and sounds and stuff like that, which is kind of like, you know,
They need to
new
bring it.
soundtracks and stuff.
Well, they do need to bring it back because I don't know if they've noticed people aren't that great at acting.
I mean, I don't know.
Not like back in the day.
I mean, I think people are better at acting.
Well, maybe better now.
Yeah, I think so.
Well, they have so
But
much.
I'm not an old movie fanatic.
Well, I know
Some
Marlon
people-
Brando used to read the notes on his hand.
Yeah. I mean, that was a thing, right? But I mean, I think there's a lot of really great actors out there.
Yeah, like who? Who do you look up to?
Well, now you're putting me on the spot.
Yeah.
That's
I'm a
good.
big fan of Joaquin Phoenix. Like, the guy can transform to multiple different characters in all kinds of different movies. Like, that's some pretty
And
high skill.
He likes this kind of music too. You could tell. The Joker,
Yeah, the way he was vibing in the bathroom.
that was real. Yeah, right in the bathroom. That was real.
Yeah.
Because that was his personal place.
Yeah, it was totally unscripted too. He
Joker,
just
I
started
mean
doing
Heath
it.
Ledger.
No, there's a.
Did Joaquin
So,
Phoenix
yeah,
play
Heath
Joker?
Ledger was-
Have you guys seen this movie?
Wait, maybe I saw it.
It's so good.
The new one with Joaquin Phoenix.
Yeah.
That was, that would have been more centered towards this kind of music. Yeah, because you're really feeling it. They're not trying to make up for, that was real acting and involved a lot of this kind of music. So, I mean, they're cheating themselves with not putting in this kind of music.
Could be.
Yeah.
When I say this kind of music, well,
There's an awesome movie called The Lobster, which uses a lot of music from string quartets.
yeah,
It's a really good
when I
soundtrack.
say this kind of music, this is quartet. It's a kind of music.
Now, the rest of them can tell you about the music, but I gotta go. So I'm gonna take off right now.
Are we still doing this?
Yeah, you
You
guys
guys
can
all,
still do that, but I gotta go.
You guys all drove separately.
Yeah, that's right. I gotta go teach right now. So that's
Okay.
something that we do, but
So Otis,
yes.
teacher.
Yeah, I'm an okay teacher. Yeah,
And,
teacher of violin.
Well, okay. So I guess we're one by one, and so you gotta do last words here since you're.
Yeah, thanks for having us. It was really nice.
But Otis,
Yes.
this is you. You're leaving. You're not gonna be able to say anything else.
My name is Otis. And
Wow.
you know, like,
You're not. So you would be like the God's assistant.
That's right,
You're
exactly.
Otis's assistant.
I mean, if you want to know more about me in particular, you gotta come to the show, right?
This guy's a bringer.
Yeah, that's right. Come to the show, September 23rd, 24th.
There you go.
23rd at the Noe Ministry in San Francisco,
I
in the
know
Noe
where that
Valley
is.
neighborhood,
Yeah,
and
it's
then
out-
24th is
Neighborhood, yeah.
in Walnut Creek at the Bancroft Garden.
Yeah.
Really lovely.
Never been.
It's really nice, yeah. But it was nice to meet you.
Yeah, great to have you on, Otis. How are you? And you're from Arcata.
That's right.
Let me, boom. All right, and then we could get one for the rest. We could do this. What? And Doug matches. So you're from Washington.
Yeah.
Originally.
Washington D.C.
And you formed this group.
That's right. I formed it with Kevin.
Kevin,
2011.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah, in September.
Cellist. That's what they.
Cellist.
Wait, what? Cellist? Okay. A cellist, cellist. What's with the not having an H in there?
Oh yeah, they brought it from another.
Yeah,
language.
Italian.
Yeah.
Violoncello.
Yeah.
Well, you guys are Italian.
Well, we're not.
I'm 1.3% Italian.
But there's
You did,
a history
ancestry
of,
Yeah.
of these instruments that comes from Italy.
Yeah. Our instruments are Italian.
Okay, good, because I was getting an Italian vibe here. Like that's because we're all we're all diverse these days. It's great.
Yeah.
You don't have to. You could just join. Italian, yeah, it's a whole vibe there. It's good to have. Is everyone mixed here in this group?
Ethnic?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm mixed. I'm Chinese and Jewish.
Okay. trying to get people to relate. So Chinese and Jewish out there. All right. Wait, I'm like talking as if there's an audience, but going up to God here. Chinese and Jewish. Is everyone else Chinese and Jewish here?
I'm half Greek ethnically, but
Greek. Okay.
Greek American, I suppose.
I knew we had a Greek in here. And you're the humble one.
Sure.
That's
He
someone
said
humble.
humbly. Yeah.
Okay, Rogers, you are, is there Jewish in there too?
No. Which is funny because my father often said there was, but according to my ancestry, no.
Yeah, you did the
Yeah.
ancestry thing.
I mean, you probably could just guess by looking at me. I'm mostly Irish.
Red.
Yeah, red.
Okay.
A little Norwegian, a little German, and then there's some like Eastern European, Mediterranean in there too.
Is Ireland that cool? Or is that
Never
more-
been.
So that's why you're here. It's not that great.
Yeah, I mean, my ancestors came to the U.S. from Ireland in 1906 and moved to Long Island, and they've been
I
here
get the
years
Long
since
Island
then.
vibe, yeah.
Oh yeah.
I think because I know this is for someone listening that's going to Ireland for I think she said 6 weeks.
Whoa.
Why though? I mean, here you are. You're Irish. And there's Irish neighborhoods out here, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, do we have to go to other? What?
Well, I don't feel
Plane ride.
I don't feel super attached to the Irish part of my life just because it wasn't like something my family talked about a ton.
You were born here.
Yeah, I was born here.
Okay.
So like I don't think about that much.
We got all right, he's back. Otis is back.
And I'm
Oh yeah. So, yeah, there must have been he brings up something. This is great. I was just gonna go one by one, but COVID. What's the deal with that?
Well, it's a virus that infects you.
It affected me.
And yeah, I had it once.
Oh gosh. Wow, so how was that?
For me, it was when I had the fever, it wasn't so bad. But I had some like symptoms come back here and there over the months afterwards. Like there would be some days where I would sort of have the same kind of confusion I had when I had the virus. Some memory loss I felt like my memory was kind of struggling for a long time there.
What? Okay, I didn't know about that one. I was actually just trying to act like I was going into, but you said memory though.
I felt like my memory wasn't as strong.
Okay, we could go. We could go medical wise here, support and stuff. Because I suppose you got the vax.
Yeah. I had all 3 shots and then I got Omicron.
Omicron.
Mm-hmm.
You got it afterwards. So
Mhm.
there you go. So
Yeah.
here we have it. People that got the vax and they, people meaning you guys.
Yeah.
Because I'm supposing that everyone got the vax. Everyone got the vax here and everyone got COVID already, right?
I didn't get COVID.
Yeah, Doug is a bit like he never
I mean,
gets sick.
it's not like merit based, you know. I didn't deserve to not get COVID. It just didn't happen.
They say everyone got. So you I think you said you got the COVID.
I haven't, as far as I know, but you never know.
So
Could have been asymptomatic at some point.
So the whole thing in here is everyone got the vax, so we're all relaxed now, right? Like, hey,
I think people who didn't get the vax are also relaxed.
Yeah. A lot of people are over it.
so though you're very on the fence, like you were just like, why not get the?
I wasn't on the fence. I definitely wanted to get the vaccine. And in fact, I think as musicians, it would be really hard to
All
continue
got the vax.
being a performing musician if you were not vaccinated, because it was a requirement for a lot of our performances and gigs to be vaccinated and to have a negative test.
Yeah.
Yeah, if we want to move on, we got to get the vax, right?
Yeah, like where Kevin works, you can't even enter the building if you're not
Yeah,
vaccinated.
and you have to have all 3 shots to go in.
Ooh.
Yeah.
So what kind of? So I want to talk about where exactly you work. What kind of work?
Oh, I work at a higher ed institution, so
Oh,
a lot of
teachers.
it is a lot of it is trying to protect the students that are there.
And you feel like that's necessary, right?
Yeah, I think it's good to be. I think on prudential grounds, it's good to be cautious and take these precautions.
Yeah. I think people were just in the heat of the
Mm-hmm.
COVID, not understanding. So I feel like a lot of people just should think on their own in a way. And not going negative or positive, but what I'm saying, I think on your own, because in a way, both sides were getting a little crazy, right? You could find things from both angles, right? This is one. I mean, like anti-wise. I mean, people thought there was a chip being planted in you. I don't even know where I'm like pointing here. Like, where's this chip? Is it like you put in the vaccine and then it's like liquidifies in you?
Meanwhile, they have an iPhone, so it's like they already have a chip in their pocket right now that's tracked by the government, but like
So
they're not worried about that.
I mean, the way I see it, because I got an iPhone. Well, not on purpose. I broke my Android, and then I got I just had a regular smartphone. I broke it, and then someone said, I just got an iPhone. I could give it. Like, let me try it out, because but they're like $800. No thanks.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll probably never upgrade. But yeah. So so since we're all cool with the phones, I mean, there are some people, I guess they got picked on there. Well, you got it in your phone, so they're like, I'm not using any apps. They're trying to get me.
Mm-hmm.
What is all this?
Yeah, it's a brave new world out there.
I mean, honestly, I would rather maybe I'm laying somewhere. I'm pictured dead for some reason. Because I guess I was laying somewhere last year. It's my leg anniversary.
Congratulations on making it this far.
Yeah, I'm walking. I mean, people say I could have gotten shot, and I was like, yeah, I actually could have gotten shot.
Oh my God.
People do have it. Yeah, it's but like I had an iPhone. I mean, and the vaccine also has a chip. Oh, well, we're pretending here, but we already know it's in the iPhones, so we could just roll with that. But I mean, at least they can locate you, right? Like,
Yeah.
why not? I mean, are people thinking they could just shut down your body? Is that what maybe it is? Like, they just.
Yeah, I think people don't like being told they have to do something.
Yeah.
And then as soon as they're told that, they're gonna find lots of reasons to argue against it.
So maybe there was a better way to approach the vaccine thing.
Yeah, probably.
I wasn't even gonna go there with it. I was just covering COVID, but see the way things just lead into
Yeah.
things. But yeah, the vaccine. I mean, it's important to hear what everyone thinks about.
Mm-hmm.
The third one, wow, everyone's got a third one.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What made you? Kevin, you had to do it because of.
Yeah, it was required. But even if it wasn't, I probably would have gotten it anyways, just because it seemed, based on the best evidence we had, that it gave you increased protection, even if like it wasn't perfect, it would help a little bit.
Especially against new variants that were coming. You know, it was right around Omicron.
Yeah.
And it was, the data was showing your best shot was to be triple vaxxed.
People didn't like being bullied around. Very me too. You're very quiet there. We're all about the third one.
Yep. Yeah, I got this.
And I get it though. How when they introduce all these people, like, when's it gonna stop?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's going to be another one, probably.
And when people say it's just like it's gonna be just like the flu every year,
It's probably true, and I will say one of the things that's scary about the coronavirus versus the flu, for example, even if like your symptoms every time you get it are very light or asymptomatic, the difference is coronavirus actually messes with the neurons in your brain.
So
the flu doesn't.
You lost a little memory at the time.
Yeah, like I had memory stuff, and you know, people lose the sense of taste and smell. What they don't realize is that's happening because your neurons are damaged by the virus.
Oh,
And the damage is accumulative. So every time you get infected and you have it, that damage is going to grow and get worse and worse. And so even if we have to get a shot every year, that's better than getting a virus every year that causes brain damage over time.
Yeah, maybe it's just a wrong approach to it, or
Yeah.
maybe it was just government was maybe just didn't know what to do.
Yeah, I think there was some panic, that happened kind of everywhere, and a one-size-fits-all isn't going to work when people have really different political views from state to state.
Yeah, maybe they could put a twist on it.
Get 100 lollipops if you get your shot.
I mean, because it was like 90, what percentage? Well, yeah, well, they brought out those incentives, but that made some people skeptical. But I'm sure for the people that were just feeling like, oh, why would I do this? Maybe the incentives made them go, that's why I would do it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, there was a percentage, though, wasn't there? I mean, it wasn't like 100% not going to get the COVID. Well, because people did get it afterwards, but it was just like you don't feel certain ways.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why it makes me think of the percentage of a condom for having a kid. Maybe that's how strong I go with it. I'm like, I don't trust those things. They can break. But,
well, most of those, my understanding is most of like the stats where they fail, it's because they were used improperly, not because the device fails.
yeah. Okay. Yeah, so you just...
So if you use it right, you have a higher percentage than what they advertise.
Imagine having a vaccine not put in there right. I mean, one of the arguments were, I'm getting into this. I feel like you guys are all medical trained in a way.
I'm just a big nerd.
Yeah,
I'm not trained medically at all.
usually we would talk about Marvel versus DC or something.
Moderna versus Pfizer.
Yeah. There was a third one, wasn't there?
Yeah, J&J.
But that was no good, right?
Mm-hmm.
People just like that one shot thing.
One and done, yeah.
And then they were like, this is bad now. Yeah, well, you could get free fair tickets and food and rides at the fair. So, yeah, they were doing it everywhere though. McDonald's was doing vaccines for a little bit. That's what I mean. I can see why people were a little skeptical. Like, I mean,
yeah, and it's like it's a new thing, and I can understand why people might be worried about new medical technology. The same thing kind of happened with polio. People were nervous about it.
They were nervous about the polio vaccine.
Yeah.
Okay, see, that's something we don't even think about because we're just babies when that happens.
Well, Luke, I think we gotta wrap this up.
Okay.
Soon.
What I was trying to talk about was the COVID, meaning how was the shows during the COVID?
They just stopped, because...
So you guys,
Yeah, we did a couple online things. Yeah, we didn't do many performances.
okay. So Doug, we talked about you here and cellist. How long have you been doing that?
It's about
cellist.
21 years.
21 years. It's been a cellist. I think that's my camera there. All right, so that's Doug Matches there, and Kevin Rogers. You were works of young composers like Hendrik Ebolis. Are these people you look up to?
Yeah, when I was a kid in my public middle school orchestra, my teacher played these composers, and the composers like Penderecki and Boulez, that's some really out there music. The kind of music that when you hear it, you think this is terrible. Not terribly beautiful, but you think that terrible, terrifying. And all of my classmates would sort of laugh at it, and I was like, this stuff sounds cool. I want to hear more of it.
So you got thrown into a fire, it sounds like.
Yeah, and I enjoyed it.
But I suppose you look up to Beethoven.
Yeah, I love Beethoven too.
You're kind of a movie nerd, so you watched more of Beloved, I suppose.
I haven't, no.
You gotta check it out.
I will.
Kevin Rogers, violinist, and Mitzo going around the table. This was easy since Otis already did his outro. Mitzo, Wait, last name again.
Floor.
Floor. Oh, like
Just
Floor
like the floor.
Stanley. So we got to get people familiar with all of you. And you are the new member of the group. Wait, when I say new, how long was this?
A few months since.
Few months. That's pretty new.
Yeah.
How you feeling? How do you like it so far?
Great. I love working with these guys. It's a lot of fun.
What's been a highlight of this career as a friction quartet? Highlight.
One highlight was recording a couple quartets by this by a composer who hired us to record his 2 quartets, and we had 2 long recording sessions in a studio. It was a really cool experience.
All right, yeah. So being in the studio, just having this brotherhood, it's one of your highlights, or your main highlight. It's an ongoing highlight right there. All right, so favorite movies? All you guys here?
I don't know. I don't have confidence in my favorite movie selections anymore, because I'll like say to my wife, like, I love this movie, we should watch this, and then we'll watch it and be like, it's actually not as good as I thought it was when I first saw it.
You're the type you have to see it again and find out how you really felt about it?
I don't have to, but sometimes I want to revisit a movie, but then I'll be disappointed that I revisited it.
I was thinking Emily the Criminal lately, and it's weird how happy you could get happiness and still be in the same. Emily the Criminal was still a criminal in the end, yet I was still like, all right, women empowerment. She doesn't need a man. She was still a criminal in the end. It's kind of like this right here. It's like there's some darkness, some positive, some negative, and it's like a combination together. It's yeah. It's a good movie, and yeah. So this y'all got to go here your separate ways, right? Y'all came together. Did you find parking pretty easy there?
We took a ride share from our rehearsal, and so we're taking public transit home.
Nice. All right. Well, this is it looks like we're gonna wrap things up here, and gotta get a photo out there real quick. Yeah. So this was my leg anniversary show, and amazing. I got titanium in my leg, and
Awesome.
I got a body scan, and I was so down when it happened. I was having nightmares of killing thugs, and I didn't even know what they looked like to give a description of the police. So I was like, I just had nightmares of killing a thug guy, and now once you settle down, you get the positive vibes. And then got my body scanned, and they said I'm cheating. And I'm like, what's that mean? Well, you got titanium, meaning it helps your bones. So I should start kicking people.
You can take up fighting.
Yeah, before I was doing kickboxing, but now I should do it again. But get people even stronger since I got titanium. Like they're probably feeling metal kicking them, right? Like Iron Man or something.
Yeah. Well, titanium, man.
Marks the day. Yeah, the guys they robbed me. I chased them down and jumped in the window. Hit them, and then they took me down, ran me over.
Oh wow.
Worst off, they stole my cookies.
Oh man.
If you're gonna do something horrible to someone, you know they're probably gonna be laying there, hungry.
Leave the cookies, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I had those, the Lenny cookies. It's Lenny and something. They're real meals there. Don't take someone's food. I'm bleeding out here. I'm like, police, ambulance. Eventually came. So I was paused. I was like, in the middle of running, looking at my leg, like, oh shit, help. And then when they came, I was like, at this point, I just want my cookies. I'm hungry. You got any cookies? And that was, didn't even get any cookies in the hospital, but I got drugs.
There you go.
So I didn't. Drugs take place of food after a while.
They can, yeah.
Amazing.
I don't know if you had this experience, but when I had a rib break from
Yeah.
a bike crash, drugs did not do anything for my pain. I was like, there's no point for me.
It was just a leg. I think. Well, no, the leg was pretty bad, but I mean, I think that's the difference of your rib. All the food's there that you eat is there, so you're not really hungry. Like maybe that's what it is. Wait, did you have any feeling of hunger?
Yeah, I was hungry. I had every feeling that you normally have. Just
the drugs didn't take effect. Oh,
yeah, no pain
So-
relief at all.
dude, you maybe
Yeah.
needed more drugs.
They gave me a pretty strong drug because you have to take like a super deep breath every hour. You have to fully expand your lungs, otherwise the rib won't heal properly.
Yeah, that's one thing I always try to avoid. How did that happen?
I was
Bike.
riding a bike and I crashed. Yeah, Doug was there actually.
Wow. And you just, what was your
I was just like,
taking this
I
down?
don't know why Kevin's biking off the road right now. That's what he's doing. And then he crashed.
Yeah.
Doesn't it suck? There's always more to it, to where I embrace it because it's something that happened to me and I got over it. Hey, I'm walking again, so I feel like I talk about this.
Yeah.
But I didn't need to go after the guys. Like you gotta think about the ending of things.
Yeah.
And we usually probably can think of conclusions, but we're not in the moment. We're like, how's this gonna end? Well, didn't expect to break a rib,
Right. Yeah.
but that sounds delicious. Ribs. Maybe I'm getting hungry.
I think you need some cookies and some
But
breads.
but yeah, no, I did like the drugs. That's why I just got one more prescription and I think I'm done.
Cool.
All right, last words, everybody. Last words here. Last
Hope
words.
you
Where to find
enjoyed
you?
the music. Yeah, you can find us at frictionquartet.com, and we've got albums on streaming platforms and on Bandcamp, and our concerts coming up on September 23 and 24. And please sign up for our mailing list. Thanks.
And that's just
It's at frictionquartet.com. You should be able to follow the buttons.
and that's where you don't want to put the part.
That's right. Yeah.
Friction Quartet.
Yeah. Just frictionquartet.com, not thefrictionquartet.com.
That's important. Oh, okay. I think we're good.
Awesome. Thank you so
I
much.
don't even know how to. Oh, we're good. I think he was listening the whole time. What's really happening? And next week I'll look at the calendar to find out who's coming next week. It's pretty cool. I have no idea. I haven't been here. That long to figure out
Yeah.
how to eat.